different options. Box bases, diamond bases. We have seen a lot of anti-3-star bases with some aspects of a box base. So it's a really weird mix at the moment. But it seems like United Gaming they are just sticking to the diamond base versus Repotted. And they're starting things off as well, Carbon, with a lot of super barbarians.
Here we go. Super Barbs it is. Sending that blimp across. Oh, he does clip that tornado trap. And oh, giant bomb. Oh, spring trap. There's the clone. And oh, more spring traps. Oh no, he's trying to take out probably both those multi-target infernos and the eagle artillery. Is he able to do it?
Oh no, this was so perfectly baited with all of those spring traps. If he could at least get that eagle now, but no, he does not have enough spell. Oh, it's like on literally one hit point, or it was on one hit point, but the Bitter Hearts are healing it back up. So the question now is, was this enough value? Can the Super Barbarians now get enough value with the heroes? Because the good thing for him is he has not invested the Warden just yet, which means, well, the Warden ability can be used for his heroes.
Yeah, Warden can indeed, but the thing is, we have an Eagle and a multi-target Inferno still up in this base, and the Eagle is going to be raining fire down on his troops as he needs to make his way all the way to this Town Hall. We got no wall breaker, so he's going to have to force setting the funnels with these Super Barbs to push his heroes up and around towards this Town Hall, which does have an invisibility spell next to it.
Yeah, I'm just so scared of the Queen going the wrong direction. I mean, she can be easily distracted with this Bitter Hut. The Sweeper might just lure her away. Like, this could be really bad news for him. The King is inside the Warden ability. The Queen now is getting, as I said, lured away. And the Town Hall is getting turned invisible. The Queen, as I said, is not going for the Town Hall.
Oh, Queen, where? Oh, wait. Oh, she comes back. Because the RC. Oh, wait, no. She doesn't go for the tower, though. He freezes. Okay, but the Invis Bell Tower is coming back. No. RC, she makes her way up and around. Queen, go for the Town Hall. Queen, you gotta take out the Town Hall with your ability. Hurry up. He stuns it. Oh, he didn't even need ability. What?
That is good news for him. Can you still turn this around? I mean, we know Super Barbarians can be strong on the back end. But, I mean, that would be a crazy turnaround. At this point, it's every single percentage point matters. We have seen earlier matches where everything came down to the percentage. But this one is getting higher and higher on the percentage level with every single building going down. It's so important. It's 5 seconds. It's 85%. Wow. It looks like there's not many more buildings getting collected. 87% 2-star. So, solid save considering that start and that bait. I think that's still a success.
That was a huge success from where it started, of that blimp not able to take out the Eagle and the multi. If the Eagle and multi went down, this base, you could tell, would have been absolutely crushed, right? The value that he was able to still get with his heroes, I would have froze the Invis and the Town Hall thinking, well, if the King doesn't get it, it's going to be a 1-star. But luckily, the RC going down south rerouted the Queen to get to the Town Hall, and he didn't even have to use a Queen ability for it. So that is going to keep them with a higher percentage because he was able to stay calm, cool, and collected to get that 2-star and a decent enough percentage. So let's see now if Stadra can get this with a Zap Lalo. And we've got the Log Launcher in the mix as well here.
So Zap Lalo at the moment is incredible strong if you can like execute the Lalo attack itself really nicely. What a lot of people like to go for is Multi-Inferno Tower and X-Bow combination, and then on the far side you're just adding the heroes with the Log Launcher to get a second Multi-Inferno Tower out of the base, and then you have, if everything goes to plan, enough spells for your Lalo to push through the third Multi-Inferno Tower, since this is like pretty common setup. 3 Multi-Inferno Towers in those bases. But that King took a lot of damage really quickly, so the question now is if he's getting far enough into the space.
Yeah, but this Ice Golem does freeze the Expo in time, so the Queen ability is protected a little bit longer. trying to get through this multi-target Inferno, which the Queen ability might be forced. Yes, there it is. As he pulls out this Clan Castle, Yeti's coming out of here, getting sprung. Can they take out the Eagle? The Queen needs to loop her way back, but no, the Lava Hound comes out. Yeti might jump, and yes, the Eagle Artillery is secured.
Those last Yeti mites were clutch, getting that Eagle out of the way. And I think he has gotten most of the things he wanted to go for. At this point now, his Scattershot is on the menu next for his Royal Champion. But wait a second, there is this Hound flying in. And if this Hound is somehow distracting this Royal Champion, this would be really bad. But wait a second, the Royal Champion is just ignoring it for now. Now switching. And the Scatter is still going down.
And that Hound instantly vaporized there. He didn't have any pups to pull any more traps. He does freeze the town hall. He finds the tornado trap getting spun around. The Royal Champion pops the Hound. Not able to now take out these lava pups as he's finding a bunch of red air bombs. Just barely able to take that town hall down there, Itsu.
That was so close with the red mines popping up right behind the town and the tornado trap, delaying the warden ability for too long. And it seems like that both of those teams are starting off with those 2 stars. I think the percentage might be higher on this one depending on how far he can get.
With about 40 seconds left, the Baby Dragon still can be used to get enough percentage. But as long as he gets in the higher 80s, if he can approach the 90%, then he definitely will have the lead here. But unfortunately, Stadra not able to get this one. Baby Dragon helps clear off some of these pups. 20 seconds, should be able to get 89 and a 90% 2-star here for Stadra. Baby Dragon is going down, but it's a defense and a defense here for both sides in this match. And both these teams are 2-0, looking to get their 3rd victory.
That's right. For both of those teams, a lot of money is on the line, because remember, not only like you have all of the, nice things to already get to the playoffs, but as well your guaranteed prize money. I mean, at this point, most of those teams have already invested money in like building bases and stuff, because remember, we are only seeing the 5 players in front of the camera who are doing the attacks. A lot of times there's an entire team behind all of those players, building bases, testing bases, setting everything up for them to then succeed in those matches. I mean, for that, you always want to get some reward in prize money. That's always quite nice. So getting to the playoff stage is a huge deal for all of those teams.
Oh, huge. The pressure, for sure. Needing to make it to that stage and then focus on trying to just win those matches in a double elimination style bracket. Absolutely. They can push through. It would be a big win, like kind of just weight taken off their shoulders, where if you get that golden ticket, you don't need to compete in that final 4 push to get those 4 golden tickets later on. As we're now seeing General X, it's the meta. It's the Super Barbarians. They are back, and it looks like they're here to stay as the Lava Hound pops, pulls some traps. We've got a defensive rage going off as that blimp's going to fly over towards this Eagle. Will it land past Eagle? Yeah, it looks like he does. He wants to be able to grab the multis as well.
Okay, there's the invisibility, cloning twice. And he did a really good job of triggering all of those traps with the really deep loons in the beginning. And one thing which they do quite well over all of those attacks is not using the Warden with the Blimp. That is always a huge deal, because remember, if you don't use the Warden, you can use it with your King ability together. And that combination together is just so strong. And the next good thing for those Super Barbarians is exactly the entire base is always open in the current meta. Like all of those corners, you can see them being open. The reason for that is pretty simple. It's wall breakers. Wall breakers are they're super unpredictable which wall they're going to target with all of those openings, and that's always the worst thing. Something unpredictable is always the worst thing for pros. At the same time, this is making these attacks even stronger.
It does. It just allows the heroes to run around slowly. The nice thing is, since they took out the Eagle Artillery nice and early, he doesn't have to worry about these shots hitting his heroes. He can just take his time, pathing his way to the Town Hall. He does have an invis. If he could reroute his heroes, pops the ability, maybe pops the Warren Turtle Tome. There you go. As he makes his way into the Town Hall does not go down, so they pass right on by as these Super Barbarians are still running around.
Yes, but there's not the phrase for the Town Hall. The Town Hall explosion, though, is going to hurt that queen quite a bit. But now there's more Super Barbarians getting placed into the mix. The Titan is even staying alive. At this point, there's now the Ice Golem to tank the back end. More Super Barbarians are coming in. Queen is still looking strong. The Groiton ability not even used at this point with the invisibility spell. With the invisibility spell not used. Great attack, and Repotted are starting things off with the 3-star in the second round.
There you go. Repotted getting a brilliant 3-star. And hey, the Super Barbarians are doing fantastic, getting it done. You know, not all the Super Barbarian attacks are getting the 3-stars, but a lot of them are. So this one is a strategy that looks like it's staying as long as you can get the value with that Super Archer Blimp. And now when clearing the Eagle, I think the balloons kind of cleared the Eagles anyways, as he set a little mini Lalo in, and then he grabbed I think he grabbed all the multis, like grabbing every single one, so he could just casually push his way around, and he made that look very easy.
Yeah, he made that look incredible easy with all of that taken care of. But I think it's all about the setup, right? Like, really making sure that with the Hound, with all of those loons, he's flying really far into the base to make sure that he does not have to worry about black mines. And I feel like that was the key. I mean, that was the key, having the ward ability then for his troops around the Town Hall and just smashing the base.
Yep. Absolutely. Can Morio, though, smash this base with that Queen Charge Lalo. And he's got a Flame Flinger, which he starts off right near this Queen, and hopefully this Mortar can stay distracted, and hopefully it doesn't lock onto the Flame Flinger here. He needs that Flame Flinger to get a ton of value. As yes, the Yeti Mites clear that Mortar there.
That was clutch, getting those Yeti Mites onto the Mortar. Nice job right there. Now it's all about this Queen charging into that base. He has even the Rage Tower against him, and there's the Sweeper against this charge as well. This is going to be not an easy charge to pull off. So it depends on how much value his Flame Flinger can get. If there are maybe any more Tesla. Remember, there were some Tesla at the bottom side. And if the Sweeper is going to mess up his entire Queen charge going in from the bottom side.
Absolutely, that Sweeper can be a huge pain, but this Queen is going to charge straight into it. As we got Super Minions coming out of the defending Clan Castle with that poison to help take them down. King's going to the right to help try to path this Queen in towards the core. And he's got one wall breaker left, and it goes straight for the perfect wall. So he can take out multi, another multi, the Monolith, the one side defensive rage, the defensive rage to the right over there, and even the enemy Queen. This is some insane value from his Queen charge so far.
Yeah, the Queen charge looks incredible, and especially how he's handling all of that damage. I mean, that is not easy to pull that off against two Sweepers, the Monolith, and all of that damage. It's really, really nicely done. Now it's all about the Lalo now. The Lalo from the top side. Queen ability to take down the next Multi-Inferno Tower, take down even the defending Queen. And because of the Flame Flinger, all of those bottom walls are open. Oh, wait a second, that Rage Tower is a bit too much. This means that the Queen going down, but the Lalo has just started.
Lalo with the Rage. The Warden's making his way through. He's trying to save that Warden ability for as late as possible. And, oh, brilliant. Gets it just past the Town Hall explosion. And remember, the Town Hall, once it goes down, it doesn't instantly explode. It takes just a little bit of time. So that's what he did. Town Hall exploded, and he waited. Ability went off, which perfectly times it to allow you to keep the balloons alive just that much longer, which means that they can stay protected and won't get hit by the Town Hall explosion or even the poison that much longer. And Morio with the 3-star for United Gaming GS.
Yeah, and really smart choice of using the super minions inside that flame flinger for the backend, knowing that it can outrange most of those backend defenses. Really nicely done. Beautiful charge right there, controlling the queen perfectly. And then the Lalo really with the last second warden ability. That was beautiful to watch. And this means they're keeping the lead, the percentage lead for now. Repotted is up next. Corbin, do you think they're going to use another time the Super Barbarian with the Super Archibald? I am not sure.
I think so. I think they are. The reason is maybe because they're like, all right, you know, the bases that they're running may be all similar. A lot of times these teams will run similar types of bases because you've mentioned in the past, Itsu, is because if you run different bases, right, then teams can really send their specialists against these bases. But if you run like the same type of base for every single one of the players, that means you force the base on everybody, right? And so if someone doesn't work well on that base, if they struggle in that type of base design, they're forced to attack it, right? So they may not get a 3-star, and that could win you the match. So everything I just said is out the window because it's because he's not bringing a Super Barbarians. He's bringing the Lalo. Timtastic. Let's see what he can do. But that's a lot of the cases, right? A lot of times they will run the same not same bases, but similar base types to force that type of mentality on the opponent so they can't like pick and choose their best players for certain base designs.
Yeah, we actually see a Blizzard. I mean, we haven't seen one of those in quite some time. And take a look at that. Perfectly getting the value he was looking for. That blimp has gotten insane value. And let me say that I'm not that mad that it's somewhat gone from a lot of things. I think it was just always too safe considering the value. I mean, look at that. Blimp, you have gotten the Spell Tower, the Inferno Tower, the Town Hall. There's just so much value with this one blimp. And it always felt so safe. And with that change now, it's always base dependent because Timtastic did not expect any traps whatsoever on that side. That's why he was able to fly in there and get this crazy value.
Now it's up to the queen making her way around. He got the value probably with his queen. As the ability goes off, the defensive RC went down. As now the Lalo can come straight over the top in towards the scatter, the Eagle artillery. We have a scatter behind the Eagle as well, with the Clan Castle yet to get lured out. So that's why he's taking 2 poison spells to try to deal with whatever comes out of the CC mid-flight, which is not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do for sure. But with 3 ice golems now being around his king, if those dudes are getting frozen, that would be bad news. And take a look at all of this damage on the back end. There's the first ice golem. The second ice golem is popping. That's a lot of time, which is delayed. A third ice golem is popping. Now it's all about the Royal Champion, the remaining Alloons, and this freeze.
He's got 3 invisits, still for his Raw Champion to potentially use. And he decides to make up the Warden invisible a little bit. He does secure that multi-target Inferno. 2 invis left with the poison spell. Probably may find some skeletons down to the bottom side, trying to save this RC ability for as late as possible. Finds 1 skeleton now. Oh, can he take out the Arch Tower so the RC ability can skip a little bit further through the Monolith, makes her invisible, finds the Tornado Trap, and here's the... Wait, oh, he's even got it back in balloons to send it. I didn't even see he had the balloons.
They got a half a Loon Parade for the back end. All saved up for exactly this purpose. Even having the invisibility to swag. What a beautiful attack this was. It's nice to see some Blizzard again, but I mean, that value was just absurd. And using 5 super wizards, take a look at that. He just took all of those risks. I mean, there were not that many places for traps, right? So maybe they just did not expect the Blizzard, but that was a really beautiful attack to pull off. And this means Repotted putting up pressure again for United Gaming GS, and they have to get their next attack in. If they're 3-star, they're again in the lead on the percentage level. If they're 2-star, Repotted Gaming takes the lead in this match for the first time.
And the thing about that attack that I noticed was, I think he took like 4 invis spells, but he didn't need to use all the invis spells, right? Only use the amount of invis spells you need to get the value. A lot of times I see players, I'm not talking about pro players, I'm talking about the casuals like us. Well, not you, you're not casual, right? You're pro, you know what you're doing. But they will send the blimp in, with the Super Wizards, use the Invis, and then keep invising the Super Wizards no matter what, even though there's not value around the area of the blimp anymore. Because they took all the value out, they're just keep thinking to drop the Invis over and over until you're out of Invis. And those Super Wizards could literally just be going for some storages and buildings that don't matter in terms of the attack. So save those Invises if you don't need them for your heroes. Mainly your heroes, because when you use an Invis with the Lalo, it can be a little bit tricky. So that's what these pro players do. They make it look really easy. As now, Ryuda is up with the Hogs and even bringing in some Super Hogs in the mix as well. And he is coming in with a blimp. Couple Invis, but does he have Super Minions or does he have Super Wizards? It is Super Minions. Okay, Super Minions, but no clone spell here. It's
no clone spell, but I mean, he's going for the channel. He's going for 2 expos. I mean, the value is looking really solid for him. He has used the blimp. He has used, was it 2 or 3 invisibility? So like really not too many spells. And he even lures out the clan castle. I think this is the perfect start he was hoping for. It couldn't get any better than this. If he can keep now his queen alive versus this clan castle setup. And he's now adding the golem running inside. And it's now all about the queen actually following.
Yeah, with this queen making her way all the way to the right side. We've got some troops down to the bottom as the queen is following the ice golem. Make your way in towards the Royal Champion, the scatter shot down there. It is sending a king for the defensive king, which is very useful. So he doesn't have to have the RC lock onto the defensive king there. As this queen is slowly pathing her way to walk around to that wall. And that if she grabs the scatter shot, look what else is there. A bomb tower. And if you grab a bomb tower, that's a lot of value to help with your hog riders.
And he was even able to funnel his king into the bottom multi-inferno tower. So he did not only get this defending king, which you said is really important, but as well the multi-inferno tower. So really good job by him. Maybe he can even trigger with that Phoenix the poison tower, which it seems like it's not going to happen. Oh, warning ability at the top side. And now all of those hogs are jumping into the base with the rage as well active.
If he dropped, yeah, there he is. He dropped 1 hog. What a brilliant way. He dropped like a hog. I didn't know if he was paying attention to that poison spell tower, but he does. He dropped the hog to the right side, which pulls the poison over there, which does not hit the main core of hogs making their way through, which is so helpful for him to continue his push in towards the monolith. He's got a freeze. He's got an invis, and Ryuda, this is looking brilliant here as the RC still got our ability with these spells. And this is another triple for United Gaming GS. Well done. I mean, I don't want to jinx it here. I believe he's got this with the ability going off. Diggy's still alive and a freeze. Yeah, that's the 3-star.
That should be a 3-star. I feel like the only thing which could change things up at this point is the time. With 20 seconds roundabout left. But I mean, he has a sneaky goblin, which is helping a ton. And that should be the next 3-star, as you said it. But I think the most key thing on this one is exactly what you highlighted, and that was the 1 hog rider to distract the poison tower. That would have been a huge difference if that poison tower would have shot at those hogs and the Royal Champ inside the core. So really, really clean play by him. And I mean, that blimp got incredible value to set things up. So both teams are looking really strong. And I mean, we can tell by now why those 2 teams are so far in this tournament undefeated. No losses for those 2 teams. And so far, it seems like none of those 2 teams want to have their first loss handed.
Nope. And it's close. It's all tied up on stars. Percentage is a 1% differential right now. So it can literally go either way, depending on the final 2 attacks from each side. Those players are going to determine the match. One mistake from them can cost them a perfect record in the Swiss stage of 3-0 and be pushed to a 2-1 side. As now Mech is coming in with, it's the Super Dragons. Don't look. Let's see if Mech can turn that 0% hit rate of Super Dragons. Not saying Mech's got a 0%, but you're saying no one's been able to really triple with the Super Dragons. Let's see if you can do it here.
Okay, let's see. So, using the freeze. The queen is switching away from the monolith. Maybe she can shoot once and the monolith is going down. Yes, that's good for him. Now the question is, how much value does he want to get? He has 13 goblins, so I guess he just wants to get the storages and then recall his queen because, well, the invisibility tower is reloading. So he needs to make sure that he's getting that town hall. Wait a second, the queen can reach that, and that the danger is not as high anymore, but time is ticking, and that is always one of the most important things if you're attacking with the recoil spell. Time is such an important resource for you because it is 3 minutes are not long.
3 minutes is not as well. You know, I need that 3 minutes and 30 seconds, right? That would be so nice. But here we're gonna see Mech come in with the sneaky goblins all now for the tunnel after that that tornado trap wore off. Tunnel's going down. Super Dragons are in, and he's gonna make his push right on through to the core. With that Warden to help, Stone Slammer is down. Queen needs to make her way through. Rages are up, drops the poison, and he pops that Warden ability to try to protect the push right on through.
Yeah, the queen had to use her ability, so she is a little bit in danger right there, especially with no rages left whatsoever. He has used all of those rages for his Super Dragons, and they are not supposed to take down this entire core. He has added the king at the top side. He needs to use the headhunter at the bottom side. Yes, he sees this. Uses the headhunter to take down this defending king, to take him down. But where are those Super Dragons? They have just vanished. And it feels like this core is still alive way too long.
Well, he does still have his heroes. King is making his way into the enemy queen. So the Super Dragon is clearing the core. It's kind of like the value that they get, and it's going to be on your heroes to then clear the rest of the space, as the RC is still making her way around with her ability to try to clutch this up. And as the queen is still alive, that is so much value as she can keep going around. The ability goes up. Oh, but the ground expo needs to get stunned. It does. But the Eagle Artillery locks onto his Royal Champion, taking her down. And with her going down, now time is not going to be on his side. It's going to be a time fail here for Mac, unfortunately.
Yep, this attack strategy is cursed. You just can't you just can't 3-star with it. It's just impossible. It's like a 98% 2-star, and this means this could give a really big lead to United Gaming GS. And well, they're up next, so if they 3-star, this match is looking really good in their favor.
Yeah, it will be looking really good for them, but those close calls we saw in the previous match that Navi had, they lost based on having a 97, or it was like either a 99, 98, or like a 97, 98. Like, their fails were so close, but they still lost, and all the rest of their attacks was 3-stars. So it can come down to the same thing here. Even though you get a 98 or a 99, the fact that it's not a 3-star, pulling in all 3 stars in can cost you the match. But let's see if Naomi can come in with, oh, it is Super Dragon. You know, one of these got to work, Hitsu. One of them. This has got to be it, right?
At least that's not the recall Super Dragons. Let's see. But maybe they just want to give Repotted a chance. The lightnings have worked. That's the good news in the beginning. The lightnings have worked indeed. And now it's about those Super Dragons. The E-Dragon, though, is getting some really good value at this top side with those chains. So really good stuff for him. And at this point, there's not many defenses left around that area which can target air. So this Electro Dragon should be fine for quite some time. With the Super Dragons now starting and the Flame Flinger keep funneling.
Yeah, that Flame Flinger going to allow these Super Dragons to kind of path their way towards that Town Hall, but he does have archers coming out of his defensive side. Tastapop pulling a bunch of the Super Dragons down to the bottom side. Needs to continue this path towards the Town Hall, as the Super Dragons are now finally locking onto the archers, taking them down, and now there's the freeze on the Town Hall. As the Warden ability was already used, but the Super Dragons secure the tunnel as the push is continuing through.
Yep, the push is going through, and so far most of those defenses in the core have been taken care of. The Super Dragons now need to take down the Expo and that Monolith, and so far it looks possible. The Clan Castle is going down soon as well. There's now super minions reinforcing his super dragons. The Expo has to go down. That's one of the big defenses which the heroes have to encounter, and it looks like that the first Expo is going down. But what about the second one? Well, now it's staying alive, but the defending king, that's going to be taken care of. That super dragon at the job site.
He's got the RC, her ability. The heroes are all still alive, and it works. The Super Dragon's finally getting the 3-star with the swag invis here. Well done to Naomi, and did not need to worry. Wow, well done. Super Dragons, but didn't have the recall. Had the lightning spells in this one. So it was the Zap Super Dragons that worked in this space. And maybe that's the key. You should bring in lightning spells with your Super Dragon attacks.
Yeah, I mean, not the recall Super Dragons. They are just cursed. Just don't try it. But this now means for Repotted, they have the 3-star to somehow even pressure United GS for their last attack. And well, there's first a lot of pressure on Repotted because 3 stars is all what they need. Everything else is a big problem for them if they want to get to the playoffs today with this match.
Yep, you want to make it there, you got to win this match. If you lose, you're still in it. You'll be playing tomorrow to still just have to win one match, right? We've seen teams that started 2-0 in some Swiss stages before end up 2-3, where they lose 3 matches back to back to back. You hate to see it, but it has happened. And the opposite has also happened, where a team that was started 0-2, they won 3 in a row and they advanced. So anything is on the table, but the teams that are 2-0 obviously have the best chances to advance to the playoffs since they were looking really good. But any day you can have an off day, and that can completely change your whole team up, and it could cost your team and kind of not have a chance of getting that golden ticket. So it's going to come down now to these final 2 attacks here. We do have one more match after this, and that will be between the teams that are 0-2. So we'll find the teams that go home today. And this is Temper now coming in, trying to put the pressure on United Gaming GS, as they need a 3-star just to force United Gaming to have to get a high percentage 2-star, or even the 3-star try to get, well, they wouldn't have to get a 3-star because of the percentage, but the high percent 2, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, we have now the Skelly Donut happening at that. Ooh, the scatter shot, that hurt. That hurt quite a bit, I think. But so far, it looks like that the Skeletons are still fine going for those defenses. And yes, indeed, even triggering the Poison Tower, nearly taking that defense out, while the Flameflinger is keep going for those defenses. He's now trying to set that up and support it a little bit with the Queen now to place her right into all of the damage with the Golem together. And the Golem, I mean, that's only 2 expos, and the Golem is just melting like nothing.
Yeah, the Golem's going down as the King is off to the right. He's going to path his way into the scatter shot, but his Queen is making her way right around into that Town Hall to help secure that. The value is there as a Valkyrie comes down to help assist his Queen for potentially any skeletons that pop up, and we don't have any, so the Queen ability can secure the Town Hall. As the Flameflinger is securing the left side, King's going to go secure the Raw Champ and the scatter over there, as a Lalo's coming straight to the bottom.
Yeah, that opening so far looks really, really good. Can he take down the Poison Tower? That would be quite a lot of value, considering that he's going in with those Lalo troops. And Rage Tower sadly is not getting triggered early. That would have been a huge deal. The Poison Tower is not going down, but the Poison Tower is getting triggered just by the lonely little unicorn.
That is so valuable, so that that Poison Spell Tower does not lock onto the balloons, as a clutch Warden protects not only the balloons, but that Lava Hound. And that's what these pro players do so flawlessly with the Warden Eternal Tome to get the maximum value. And that's what you want to be doing. If you send the Lalo through, try to use your Warden to also clip not only your Headhunters, but that Lava Hound, because then it can fly across the base, pull the traps, and then hover over the air defense longer to allow the balloons to catch up over there. So Temper, great attack here, crushing this space. Now putting a little bit of pressure here onto United Gaming GS. And look at the percentage. It's just going to raise up even higher here for Repotted. And the fails, look at that, 97%. And imagine losing when you get 90%, 97% average destruction in a match.
Yeah, that would be really, really painful. But I mean, we just had that happening to Navi, right? So it can happen on the highest level, especially with those teams who are so far undefeated. But now, United Gaming, how many percent, like, how much do they need? 2-star with like 99, 98 or something like that? I think that's what they need if they want to win this match.
Yeah, so it's like they gotta go for a 3-star, basically. It's a high percentage that they need. So it's really, in the mindset of a player, what would you be doing right now, Itsu? Knowing that you need to get a very high percentage. Are you like risking it to go all out for a 3-star? What would you do?
I mean, I would be kind of confident because I'm known for my 99% attacks, right? So this would be finally a moment where I could shine, because it would be enough to win the match. No, but like, not joking around. I mean, you just have to go for the 3-star at this point. I mean, it's you cannot plan for 99. That's not possible. But you just have to make sure that you're getting the job done.
Oh,
and I think he missed that air defense with that Hound, but the blimp is still making it, and he should get all the value he's looking for.
So at the end of the day, it seemed like that Invis and Hound were swagged, right? He didn't need it at the end of the day. He probably wanted to like get the Hound to reroute with the Invis, but now these Super Minis are not. Oh no, the Super Minis did not get the value he was hoping for. He definitely wanted to take out that multi, the Rage Tower, the Grand Warden after all that went down to shoot under them. Now this is a problem here that he's gonna have to push through. Remember, he's gonna have to get close to a 3-star, if not like a 99, the classic Itsu percent, right? Can he do it though with the value that he has gotten so far?
I mean, I would say no, especially with the Rage Tower being up. I mean, having an Inferno Tower on the back end is annoying. That's already, like, it is how it is, right?
Yeah.
But having a Raged Multi-Inferno Tower on the back end is even worse if you're playing with a Lalo attack. And that's exactly what's going to happen, because he is starting the Lalo from the left side and has to work his way all the way around. He even has to work against 2 sweepers protecting those 2 multi-inferno towers. So this is going to be a really tough challenge for the attack. And I mean, that is going to be impressive if he can pull this off.
And he clips the Lava Hound there as he flies across, but watch out for the red air bombs. They're going to be right in the core of this base, potentially. As his Raw champion, she could clutch up a lot of the core here. As ability skips, sweepers go down. She goes for the other multi. But like you mentioned, that back end Rage actually got activated somehow early. So maybe it can wear off before these balloons arrive. He's got to freeze. He's going to have to find the absolute perfect time to freeze with 2 more balloons. Come on, you gotta freeze. There's the haste. Oh, but here's the traps and the tornado. Oh no.
No way.
Wow.
I mean, he has the Queen, 35 seconds. The Dream is still alive, maybe. The Inferno Tower did not go down, so all of those minions are going down. And no, I mean, with the King, it's just not going to be enough for him. I mean, it was a really impressive save with that Royal Champion going for the core. That was really, really well done. But I don't think that this is going to be enough percentage for them to win this match. It's just so close, but the win is going to Repotted, and they are our first team making it to the playoff stage.
Well done to Repotted Gaming. They get the victory. They got the 3-star when they needed it, and unfortunately, United Gaming GS were not able to answer with enough percentage. They couldn't replicate the classic Itsu attack to advance to the 3-0 stage. But, you know, they're still alive. They